okay, this here isn't your project. I know it looks too good to be true. Your project is on a PDF, but I'll explain it in a minute. So here's the thing though, is on your project, I'm giving you a melody and you're gonna have to harmonize it. And I'm gonna say mean things like this. Harmonize this and add 7 of 5. So you're gonna have to like harmonize it, but you're also gonna have to know where to put in 7 of 5. Now I have some good news for you, is it's not gonna be very hard to figure out where 7 of 5 goes. Because where does 7 of 5 go? 7 of 5 will go to 5, or possibly Cadential 6/4 first, right? So you will actually not have any trouble figuring out where 5 of something goes because it will go to the something. You will not have trouble figuring out where 7 of something goes because it will go to the something. Now, let's figure out though what 5 is. So we're in D minor. How would we spell 5 chord? That would be A, C sharp, E. Which of these could have the Roman numeral 5? Probably not this, or this. I guess this could be a 5/7 if we had a 7th on it. It could be 5/7. This one here is our only spot for 5, right? Because here's an E. So there's our 5. And I think we can figure out that this is 1. So how would we figure out where 7 of 5 goes? Well, first of all, we need to make sure we're spelling 7 of 5 correctly. So let's spell 7 of 5. We know 5 is A. What's the leading tone to A? If you said G, you're wrong, but people are still making that mistake. It is G sharp. Right? The leading tone is always 1 minor second down. And let's spell this together on minor thirds. There it is. So does this work? It does. G sharp B, I notice I put B natural because we've got flat. D, F. So this could be 7 of 5. Probably should have turned off my phone. All right. Now, at this point, it's probably not all that hard to figure out. This could be G, B flat, D, which would be Roman numeral 4. This could be E, G, B flat. Yeah, that's terrible. Which would be 2. This could be C sharp, E, G, which would be 7. And maybe this is 1, because it's the beginning. So it's like, okay, well, which of these will go to 7 of 5? The answer is anything that would go to 5 can go to 7 of 5 first. Can 4 go to 5? Sure. So 4 can also go to 7 of 5, right? These both work. Anything that would go here can go there. Can 2 go to 5? Yes. So 2 could go to 7 of 5. Does 7 go to 5? Not so much. We usually don't see 7 go to 5. We usually see it as a substitute for 5. These are probably my better options. So I might use one of these. I'm just going to go ahead and pick 4 for right now. So there we have it. And then if I put in my bass line, and then this note, the bass would be G sharp. Let's hear what we've got so far. Sounds pretty good. Of course, the last step is we'll need to put in our inner voices. So that's the idea behind doing a soprano harmonization or a melodic harmonization, and we have to put in secondary chords. We just figure out where this will fit, if it's the something, the 7 or the 5 of something, and then we just check after we spell it to make sure it works. That whatever this note and this one works can go to that one works. So that's how you do it. But let's go ahead and take a look at the project together really quickly. So you are going to choose one melody that's on the back side of this page. There are 2 melodies, but I want you to pick the one that you would like to use. You'll notice that melody 1 is in major, melody 2 is in minor. Otherwise, they're pretty similar. And so you're going to pick one or the other, not both. You're only going to do one harmonization. The project's due on May 1st at the beginning of class. Oh, never mind. Just turn it in on May 1st. And by turn it in, I mean complete it and send it to me and all that. So you are going to choose one of the melodies, and you are going to do a SATB 4-part 18th century style 4-part writing harmonization. And you are going to use the following, you're going to use at least you're going to use all of these secondary chords. So if you do melody 1, you're going to use all of those. If you do melody 2, you'll use these, and then you get an option on that one. 2 of your secondary chords need to be in inversion. So they can't all be root position. Like maybe instead of 5, 7 of 5, maybe you use 5, 6, 5 of 5. Or instead of 5, 7 of 4, maybe you use 5, 4, 2 of 4, or something like that. Of course, you'll work it out. You'll figure out your best baseline. Here are your step-by-step instructions. You really should do them in this order. Don't start doing stuff down here before you do the stuff up here. You'll want to figure out your harmonic scheme, your Roman numerals first, and with all your secondary chords before you start writing in any notes. Then you should do your bass line, and after you do your bass line, you might find that you probably want to use a couple of first inversion root triads. And then that might also help you come up with some inversions for your secondary chords. After you do that, after you have your bass line and you have your soprano, then you'll do your middle voices, and then after you do your middle voices, you'll do some of the non-chord tones that I asked for. Final draft. Your work should be very neat and clear to read. It should look like a final draft. You should have all the required non-chord tones and secondary harmonies. There should be a Roman numeral analysis. Make sure you have all your Roman numerals on there with the music. All right, the last thing is you are going to record a performance. Now, here's the thing is you can have a live performance, right? Maybe you can play the piano really well, so you can just play it out for me in your video performance. Or maybe you will try to do all the parts yourself and use Acapella, the software, the app that lets you do multiple parts, and you can sing or perform all the parts on your instrument. If you feel like you're not very good at the keyboard, but you have a keyboard, maybe you play each line one at a time and do it on Acapella so I can hear all the parts. Or you can put it into a computer and have the computer play it out for you. I recommend MuseScore. It's free, and it's not too difficult to learn, and you can put all your notes in, and it will play it out for you. if you go onto YouTube and find MuseScore playback, you'll even see videos of people playing back their MuseScore like performance. Now, when you have the recording, you're not going to send it to me. You're not going to send me a recording. You are going to post your recording, your performance online somewhere and send me a link. I want you to send me a link. I do not want you to send me a performance. Don't send me your video. Send me a link so I can access the video. You will need to figure out where to post this. You can post it on YouTube. You can post it on a personal website. There's lots of places where you can post it, but it needs to be somewhere where I can access it. If you don't want anyone else to see it, you can always post it and have a password on it and send me the password, and then only I will be able to see it, that kind of stuff. But it's up to you to figure out where to put this online that I can get to it. This project is worth 60 points. That's worth 3 assignments. And here are the grading criteria. And you'll notice that following directions gets you 20 points. Style and actually being good at theory only count for 10 points. So you could do everything completely wrong and still get a B- if you followed all the directions. Neatness. Does it look good? If it looks really good, even if you did stuff wrong, you still get a lot of points. Making it available online is worth 10 points. So really it's about putting in the effort, even if you're not strong at the music theory stuff. Again, you still have 3 weeks, over 3 weeks to do this, or about 3 weeks. So please, if you have any concerns or things that you're not sure about what to do, let me know.